Everyone, happy Self-Love Sunday. So just like the trees have their own cycles in every season where the leaves start from a bud and bloom, and then they die and fall to the ground and the trees go into hibernation, we are just like that, where we have our own cycles in every season. We have our blooming period and where we are flourishing, and then we have those moments where we are basically going within and recreating and transforming so that we can bloom once more in the spring. And in the Northern Hemisphere, we are heading into the fall season. So on some level, we are going through this period of transition and transformation, even though we might not consciously know this. And Anais Nin said that the time came that there was a greater risk to remain tight in the bud than it was to bloom. And a lot of times we hold ourselves back from blooming, but that holding back, that constriction and restriction actually is more painful than it is to grow, to bloom, to become so much more than what we are. So let's say that you are in a relationship and you realize that you are in love with this person. Well, you can step forward, you can move to the next step, you can level up, you can grow and expand, or you can remain restricted. And that restriction, that constriction is so much more painful, and there's so much more suffering with that than there is with allowing that love to flourish and grow. So if you're not allowing that relationship to blossom by stepping forward to the next level, to your own expansion, then that's just going to create more hurt and resistance and pain within you. And this is the same for the relationship with ourselves. This relationship with ourselves is very important. It's probably the most important relationship that you will have. And if we are not allowing that growth to occur, that expansion, where we're not allowing those leaves to blossom, then or the bud to blossom into this beautiful leaf, if we are not allowing that, and if we're not allowing that process of transition and transformation where we shed the old self and allow it to die away, the death of the ego essentially, if we're not allowing that change and growth to happen, then we are creating more pain and resistance for ourselves in the relationship with ourselves. So essentially everything has their own cycle and growth and of expansion, and we are no different. And we have to recognize those cycles. We have to allow those cycles to happen without trying to attach ourselves to it or hold on to it for as long as possible. So if a relationship is changing, then we need to step back and try to allow that growth and expansion to happen. It doesn't mean that we don't step up and maybe work on the relationship. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we try to keep that relationship the same way without it allowing it to bloom and to grow. So the tarot cards, the major arcana in the tarot cards actually shows this cycle where it starts with the Fool, starting on that out on that journey, on that quest, until you reach card 20 and 21, where that journey, where that cycle is coming to an end, with card number 20 in Judgment. So with card number 20 and 21 in the major arcana, that is basically coming to the completion of that cycle. Card number 20 is judgment. That's the reawakening. It's the deeper understanding of who you are. And basically you have this new broader awareness, and you have this second chance, and you are emerging from that cocoon. And then when you get to card number 21, the world, that is the completion. That is a cycle ending, because you've achieved so much on this quest, this understanding on this quest. You went through so many things and aspects and understandings and learnings on this quest. And when you reach number 21, that is where you have taken all of that knowledge and wisdom so that you can complete that cycle and then move on to the next cycle, which starts with the Fool again. So we're constantly doing this transformation, this growing and evolving and learning. And the only time that it becomes extremely painful is when we latch onto and attach to what it was, and trying to make it the same as it was before, when it needs to grow. You cannot hold that thing, that relationship, even the relationship with yourself, at the same way it's always been, because it does have to grow and evolve. So I hope this helped you today, and I will see you next time.